We have already studied how to prepare frequency distribution table as well as the graphical representation of data, that is how to prepare bar graph. Now the second one is histogram, the graphical representation of data. We can represent the data in different graphical form. First one was bar graph, second one is histogram. So histogram is the graphical representation of a frequency distribution in the form of a rectangles with class interval as base and the corresponding frequency as height, and there is no gap between any two consecutive rectangles. And in histogram, it is a graphical representation of frequency distribution with continuous class intervals. So in bar graph, we are representing the data with rectangular bars, and there will be equal space between the bars, and the bars are of uniform width. Whereas in histogram, there is no space between the bars. And we can see that for histogram, the frequency distribution will be continuous. The class intervals will be continuous. You can see 30.5 to 35.5. So 30.5 to 35.5. Again next one will be 35.5 to 40.5. So this is exclusive class intervals. Only the lower limit will be taken. Here also you can see 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. So mainly the difference is that there is no gap between two consecutive rectangles in histogram, whereas there will be equal space between the bars in bar graph. So histograms are of two types. One is histogram with uniform width and the other one is varying width. You can see here all the rectangular bars are of equal width, whereas here you can see this is not of same width like here. The width is more in this bar as well as in this bar. So let's see how to construct histogram of uniform width as well as varying width. So we will take one example. The length of a plants are measured, correct 1 millimeter, and the data is represented in the following table. Draw the histogram to represent the given data. So length in millimeters is given. 118 to 126, or 40 leaves are given. So 3 leaf is having the length 118 to 126. So 127 to 135, 5 leaf is having. So like that, the length in millimeter and number of leaves is given. So this is the class interval and this is the frequency, and we can see that the class interval is not continuous. It is 118 to 126. The class interval is not continuous. So you need to make the class interval continuous to draw the histogram. So the first step is you subtract 0.5 from the lower limit and add 0.5 to the upper limit. So you can change this class interval as 117.5 to 126.5, again 126.5 to 135.5, 135.5 to 144.5. So you can see now the class intervals are continuous. The lower limit and upper limit of two consecutive classes are same, and this type of class interval is also called as exclusive form. Only the lower limit will be included, upper limit will not be included in such type of class intervals. So I have changed the class interval as continuous form 117.5 to 126.5. We have subtracted 0.5 from the lower limit and added 0.5 to the upper limit. Now these class intervals are marked on x-axis and the frequency are marked on y-axis. Now since the class interval, first class interval is starting from 117.5, I need to show a small break on the x-axis. Now we will represent the frequency on the y-axis and the class intervals on x-axis. Now we will draw the rectangles of width equal to class size, and the length will be according to the frequency of corresponding class interval. So first one 117.5 to 126, it is 3. So we need to draw the rectangle to come somewhere here 3. Then 126.5 to 135.5, that is 5. So it will come here. Again 135.5 to 144.9. So the length will be 9 and the width will be according to the class interval. So this is the histogram. We can see that the class intervals I have marked on the x-axis and the frequency is marked on the y-axis, and there is no gap in between the consecutive rectangles. So the graph looks like a solid figure. So this is called as a histogram. It is the graphical representation of a group frequency distribution with continuous class intervals. And unlike the bar graph, this width of the bar, it plays a significant role in its construction, and also the areas of the rectangles are proportional to the corresponding frequencies. We have marked the height will be proportional to the corresponding frequencies, and width of the here all the width of these rectangles are equal. The length of the rectangles are proportional to its frequency. Now let's see. So this is a histogram with uniform width. Now let's see how to construct a histogram with varying width. Now let's see how to construct a histogram with varying width. So the question goes like this. A random survey of number of children of various age group playing in a park was found as follows. So there were 5 children with age group 1 to 2 were playing in the park. Again 3 children with age group 2 to 3 were playing in the park, and 3 to 5 is 6. So we can see that here the class intervals are of not uniform width, or the class size is not uniform. 1 to 2 class size is 1. Class size, how will you find class size? Upper limit minus lower limit will give you the class size. 2 to 3 here class size is 1. Whereas 3 to 5 class size is 2. Upper limit minus lower limit, 5 minus 3 it is 2. Again 7 minus 5 it is 2. So the class size is different. Here you can see that class size 10 minus 7 it is 3. So the class size is different. So how will you draw the histogram for such a data? You need to make 2 more columns. One for width of the, we will write the size of the class or width of the class, and the second one you will find the adjusted frequency, or what will be the length of the rectangle when the class intervals are not same. So the adjusted frequency or the length of that type of rectangle, the formula is minimum class size divided by class size into frequency. We need to find out minimum class size divided by class size into frequency. So this will give you adjusted frequency, or the length of the rectangle when the class size are not same. So this is the adjusted frequency. So let's find out that. So first we'll find out the class size. First class size, 2 minus 1 is 1, 3 minus 2 is 1, 5 minus 3 is 2, 7 minus 5 is 2, 10 minus 7 is 3, and 15 minus 10 is 5, 17 minus 15 is 2. Now we need to find out the adjacent frequency. Adjacent frequency is minimum class size divided by class size into frequency. So here minimum class size is 1. So 1 divided by class size of this class interval is 1 into frequency, so that is 5. Again minimum class size divided by class size into frequency. So 1 divided by 1 into 3 is 3. Minimum class size is 1. Class size of this class interval is 2. 2 into 6. 6 divided by 2 is again 3. In the same way we can continue. So we got the adjacent frequency. Now we need to draw the histogram with this data. Class interval 1 to 2 and the adjacent frequency is 5. Again class interval 2 to 3, adjacent frequency is 3. Again class interval 3 to 5, adjacent frequency is 3 and not 6. Now you should not see this column, adjacent frequency column. We need to C, and then we need to construct the histogram. So the formula to find out adjacent frequency or length of the rectangle is equal to minimum class size divided by class size into frequency. First find out the class size, then pick out the minimum class size, then divide by class size of the corresponding class interval into the frequency. Now let us draw this histogram with the class interval and the adjusted frequency. Adjusted frequency we got by the formula minimum class size divided by class size into frequency. So original frequency we are not using, we are using the adjusted frequency to draw the histogram of varying width. Since the class intervals are of not same size, you can see here the class size 1 to 2 it is 1, class size for this class interval 2 to 3 is again 1, but the class size for this class interval 3 to 5 is 2. So since the class size are different, we are drawing the histogram of varying width. For that we need adjusted frequency, and we got the adjusted frequency using the formula minimum class size divided by class size into frequency. So 1 to 2 it is 5. So we need to draw 1 to 2, the width will be 1 to 2 only, and it is 5. Again 2 to 3 it is 3. So width will be like this. Then 3 to 5 it is 3. So 3 to 5 it is 3. Again 5 to 7 it is 6. So we need to draw 5 to 7. You can see that width of this rectangle is more. So I have completed this histogram. We can see that 1 to 5 it is 5, 2 to 3 it is 3, the frequency is 3, 3 to 5 it is again 3, and we can see that all the rectangles are not of uniform width. The width depends on the adjusted frequency. Suppose I want to analyze the performance of two sections of students in a mathematics test out of 100 marks. And here you can see that some students, very few students has got less than 20 marks, and very few students has got more than 70 marks. So the data is represented here, and we can see that this is a group frequency distribution table, and it is in the continuous form also, but the class size is different. Here it is 20 to 30 it is 10, class size is 10. Here also it is 10, class size is 10. 50 to 60, class size is 10, it is 10, and 70 to 100, class size is 30. Now we can see that the data is represented in the form of histogram here. Can you say which one is correct representation here? This is the first histogram and this is the second histogram. We can see that here even though the class size is different, we have taken the actual frequency and we have marked here. And here we can see that since the class size is different, we have used the adjusted frequency, that is minimum size class size divided by class size into frequency. Or at a glance we can say that this representation is wrong, because we can see that above 70 only 8 students have scored, and we know that areas of rectangles are proportional to frequency in a histogram. Here area is more, and see between 60 to 70 15 students have got, but the area is less here. So looking at the figure itself, you can make out that this histogram is wrong, because in histogram areas of the rectangles, they are actually proportional to the frequencies. So that is why we are taking adjusted frequency when the class intervals are not of same size. And the adjusted frequency can be found out using the formula minimum class size divided by class size into frequency. From this you can see area of this rectangle, definitely it will be more than area of this rectangle. So in this video we have seen the graphical representation of data, one form of graphical representation of data, that is histogram. We have seen how to construct histogram with same width and with uniform width as well as with varying width. So thank you for watching my video.